Staring at two different views on your window ledge.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna be doing a makeup tutorial on this look and whatever. I didn't like it when I first started, but eventually as I went through the motions, I realized like how fleeky it looks. Besides my eyeliner, don't mind my eyeliner, but everything else looks super fleeky. I love these lashes, and they're from the Sephora collection, and everything is super glowy. And if you guys can tell from the title, this is a collaboration with my girl Jazzy. Whatever, she has a YouTube channel. Makeup always be on point, and we've been supposed to collab. I just been like on a hiatus with makeup tutorials. I talked about it in my last video, so if you guys can just excuse me, I'll be back in the swing of things. There was a lot of glitches in this videos, down to the lighting was weird. Not that my lighting setup was bad, it was the fact that the camera was in the wrong setting, so everything was just like all over the place. But you know what, this is my first video back from doing vlogs and everything. I'm not stopping my vlogs obviously, but this is my first video back from not doing makeup tutorials. But I hope you guys enjoyed, you know, the sit down kind of feel. I'm gonna get some more backdrops, hopefully some what is it, smooth paper, soft paper, seamless paper. I think that's what it's called, seamless paper. I don't know, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. And if you want to see how I achieve this look, then just stay tuned. Alright, bye. Okay, so I'm gonna start off by doing my eyebrows. Of course, I don't know how people do anything other than the eyebrows first. I just feel like if you don't do the eyebrows first, you are not living right. So what I usually do is brush them up, and then I go in with my Anastasia brow definer. My nails are dirty. Anyways, so I use my brow definer in the color dark brown, and this is how it looks. I talked about it in my favorites video. So basically, it makes my brows way easier to do on a daily basis, but I need to actually do my brows, so this may not come out the way I would expect it to, but whatever. After that, I go in with my Wet n Wild brow palette, and I use this to just darken up my brows because the Anastasia product isn't as dark as I wanted it to be. I actually got it in my Gladys, as I said in my favorites video, so it's not the exact color that I use for my brows alone. It's good to fill in, but as far as darkening, this is what I use. The ladies just suggested it, and I just went with it because I don't know. So I'm just slightly filling them in, making them a little darker, and just going over the spots that I already had filled in. God, it's mad hot in here. Like, I must put my fan on, so if you guys hear a blowing sound, I'm sorry, but it is hot. I got a ring light and two studio, what are these soft boxes on me? I'm sweating, alright? So if you hear wind and sound, girl, have some remorse, okay? Alright, so I'm gonna clean up my brows with my Cover FX concealer. Well, it's actually a foundation. I don't know if I talked about it before, but it's a foundation. It's a compact foundation. It looks like this, and it's in the color N90. I use this to clean up my brows because it's a good match, I guess. I don't really like highlighted brows, so this is a good one to clean up, and then I set it so it doesn't look too oily. And I don't want too much of a highlighted brow, but I just clean up the tail right on top. And sometimes when I do that, it makes it a little shorter than I like them to be, so I just go back in and extend it. So you guys will see me do that in a second. Just cleaning it up. Like my shit's extra fleeky. And I'm gonna go back in with my Wet n Wild brow powder. I think I took too much. And I'm just going to extend the brows a little bit. Okay. If your brows go past this point, then we need to talk. I know it look crazy, so I'm gonna blend this out just a little bit. Yeah, this has white paint on it. Let me see. So I'm just blending it out with a buffing brush and making sure they're on points. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with some white, I guess paint, concealer, paint, like a white base, because I'm gonna be using some really bright colors today, and I want them to pop as much as possible. So I'm gonna be using my Eye Magic palette, and I'm gonna be using the white cream color right here. And let's see, I'm gonna be using this. And I'm just going to pick up a little bit of the white on my brush, and I'm just going to apply it a little bit to the eyelid like this, and then I'm just going to blend it out with my finger. Now you don't want to rub it, you want to tap it, just because when you rub it in it gets like super messy. When you tap it you have more control, and I'm doing it pretty fast because I've done this before, but if you're a beginner, do it really slow just so you don't tap it in the wrong place, because you don't want to be sitting there blending out white cream base. It gets a little crazy sometimes, so it gets messy like I said. So I got some right like in between my nose, but that's totally fine. I can always wipe it off. But the main thing is to get it all over the eyelid and a little bit above the crease, just because you're going to be blending it upward, and you want to make sure that you get as much of the base on your eyelid as possible and blend it out. So I'm just tapping. You don't want to go too high where it looks crazy. So just blend it, and then you may get a little above the crease, which is perfect. You just want to make sure you blend right in the crease. Don't go any further than this. So you're going to fill out your crease where your eyeball stops, or where your crease starts, and you just want to blend it right there. That's the highest you want to go. If you go any higher than that, it would get too crazy, harder to blend out, and you probably end up looking crazy as hell. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my RCMA powder, and this is my setting powder. And I got it from Beautylish, I think the name of the website is. And it was only $10, and you get all of this. And you don't use a lot on a daily basis, so it literally lasts forever. So I'm just going to be using this just to set my eyelid, because I did use the white base, and I don't want it to start creasing, which it already is. But this is to help with the smoothness of the eyeshadow, so the eyeshadow doesn't seem to like move around as much when you're blending and applying it to your eyelid. So make sure to do this. Set it always. If you don't have this, you could always use the e.l.f. setting powder, or just use a white eyeshadow and just set the base just so it doesn't start creasing. And do that as soon as possible. Don't wait till the last minute to do it, because it will start to crease and you start looking crazy, which is what I'm looking like right now, but it's alright. So since today we're doing a Flower Child inspired look, when I think Flower Child, I think of pink. So I'm gonna do a pink and lime green look, kind of like a strawberry look. So I'm gonna go in with Savage from my electric palette, and it looks like this. You guys see me use this before. It's gonna be really colorful, so I'm kind of just having fun and just going with the flow. I don't really have like a set idea on how I want to do this look, so just bear with me as I just come up with random thoughts and ideas. So I'm just blending Savage in my crease back and forth, and just diffusing it into the eyelid and into the crease. I'm telling you, all my brushes are dirty, guys. I'm going to go in with Jilted, and it's like this pinkish purplish color. I don't know if you guys can see it, but love this color. It has like purple reflex in it. And I'm just going to blend that right on top and just really just define the crease a little bit more. I guess I had something on my brush from before. I think I had a blue. Great. So that's in the crease as well, guys. Okay, so now that my crease is really defined, I'm going to go in with my C-shaped eyeshadow brush from Crown Brush. And I'm trying to think of what color I should use. I think I'm going to use Freak from the same palette. It looks like this. This is a nice green color. But I think I'm going to use some Fix Plus to amplify the color. So I'm just going to do that. Just spritz my brush with Fix Plus. And if you don't have that, you can use any setting spray from e.l.f., from NYX, from any makeup brand. It's just to make sure that the eyeshadow gets all the color that you're applying on your eyelid. You want to make sure it's super intense. So this is the best way to amplify any eyeshadow that you have. If you feel like it's not as pigmented when you use it on its own, this is the best way to get super pigmented. So I'm just basically swiping it on just to get as much pigmentation. And I'm only going halfway. I'm not going all the way on the lid because I think I want to add another color. Because I feel like this looks a little too Rugrats-like, or it looks too much like the Rugrats colors. So I'm just brushing this on my eyelids. But this is a really, really pretty color. If you guys weren't able to cop the Moon Dust palette, this is another good palette. It's not as iridescent as the Moon Dust, which I do plan on getting pretty soon. But some of the colors in here are reflective as well, so you could get either or. Really loving this look so far. Okay, so now that I applied it on the eyelids halfway, as you guys can see, the other half is missing. I'm going to apply another color. I'm trying to figure out what color I want to apply, but let's see. I think I'm going to apply an olive green in the outer corner. And I'm going to be using one from another company. Give me 1 second. So I'm going to be using this olive green color from my Anastasia quad. And this is in the color... Oh, shit. This is in the color Moss. And this is how it looks. It's a really pretty iridescent green color. Really hope I didn't break it. So I'm just going to amplify this color by just spraying some Fix Plus on my brush and then just tapping it on eyeshadow. And I'm just going to go in on my outer corner and just brush it inwards to kind of blend it into the eyelid color that I already applied. Okay guys, so this is how it looks so far. I'm going to blend out the crease because I don't want the crease to look too harsh. So I'm just going to be using this blending brush from Smashbox, I believe. And of course it's dirty, so I'm going to clean it a little bit. And I'm just going to blend out the crease. And I'm going to do a liquid eyeliner. I'm going to do a wing, not anything too dramatic. And I'm going to be using my Wet n Wild H2O proof eyeliner, and it looks like this. I think I paid like $3 at CVS for it. So that definitely did not work out. This is the reason why I don't like making tutorials, because every time I make a tutorial, my makeup does not come out the way I do it when I don't record. I'm just saying, I can't. It's all good though, because y'all gonna see me flip out, because this shit is so annoying. It's all good though. I'm so over it. I feel like I want to cry because I hate when my eyeliner does not come out the way I want it to. This shit is so frustrating. Alright, so I'm going to be using my Sephora Flirt lashes. It's from the Sephora collection. Really cute wispy lashes. Really out there, cute, dramatic, all that good stuff. I'm so upset right now, guys. You don't even understand. I legit hate when my makeup does not come out the way it's supposed to because I'm recording. And this happens every time. And this is the reason, one of the reasons why I stopped doing tutorials. Because I felt like my potential keeps getting played on camera and I really just don't have the time. It doesn't look that bad. I feel like the lashes will kind of amplify the look, but girl. I'm still a little disappointed about the eyeliner. Like, you know, it's fine. My eyeliner is fleeky. It's gonna be a good day. I still got my edges. We're great. We're awesome. Moving right along, okay? So I'm gonna start priming my face, and I'm gonna be using the Scandinavia priming spray, and it looks like this. Ooh. First, let me set this eyeshadow, I mean not eyeshadow, this cream concealer that I put around my eyebrows because I know y'all probably looking at me like, girl. I'm going to be using my L'Oreal True Match powder in the color Cappuccino, and it's in the color C8. That's the number because some brands have numbers, some brands just have names. So I'm just going to set it with that just because I like my face to look very mattified in certain areas, and I don't want my brows to look super highlighted, so this is the best way to do it, by just putting a little powder on top so it doesn't start glistening, because y'all probably just pick up on everything on this camera, because I'm not using my vlogging camera. I'm actually using my DSLR because it actually started acting right. So let's get into this face bean, okay? So I'm going to be using my foundation from Maybelline, and I use the color Mocha because I don't like my foundation to look lighter in the summertime. I like it to look darker. So it matches my skin tone now because I got a tan. But when wintertime comes, I'm going to be going back to, this is in Mocha. I think I'm going to go back to Coconut or Cappuccino, either one. I'll probably mix both of them. So this is all I need for my full face. This foundation is very watery. If you guys, I was thinking about doing a Foundation Friday video series. So if you guys are curious as to how certain foundations would wear throughout the day, I'll probably start a series on different foundations, trying out different foundations, both high-end and drugstore, so you guys can see how it wears and how good it works for combination skin, because I have combination skin. I can't really advocate for dry or oily skin because I have both in certain areas. So if you have combination skin and you want to see like a foundation review every Friday, then just comment down below and let me know what type of foundation you want to see me review, because I can do samples of the high-end ones and probably buy the drugstore ones, because y'all know I'm not going to be buying no full-size bottle every week to do no videos, because that gets expensive and they're not being sent to me. But it's just an idea just to try them out. But I can buy the drugstore ones if you guys are skeptical on buying certain foundations, or if you want a new foundation and you want to try it out, then just let me know down below what foundation in particular you want to see me review, and I'll wear it throughout the day. I'll come back and show you guys how it wears and how it holds up. So I'm just using my buffing brush to blend out this foundation. And I got the dewy finish one because I like a dewy finish, but by the time I set my whole face and everything, it doesn't look as dewy. So if you have combination skin, don't worry. This is not like super oily or anything like that. Dewy works for us. We're good. But I think I put a little too much on my skin because usually I use less foundation because this foundation is very watery. So a little goes a long way. But I'm just trying to blend out all of the parts that I messed up on, like the part that I used the white base and I ended up getting it into my nose. I'm trying to blend it out with the foundation. I don't really need to go under my eye as much with this because I'm gonna highlight. But this foundation is very full coverage, I must say. I only have to use this. I don't have to color correct or anything like that. Especially the fact that I use a buffing brush to apply it. I don't need a color corrector or anything of that. I don't need a color corrector or anything of that nature in order to get full coverage or a flawless finish. So I'm just going back in with my eyebrow product and just defining my brows because sometimes with blending out my foundation I mess up my brows. So that's what I'm doing now. Okay. So next I'm going to highlight with my Kat Von D foundation, and this is how it looks. I can't remember what color it is, but I'll try to look it up and then put it on the screen or something. But I use this to highlight my skin just because it has a very thick consistency, but it doesn't crease as easily. And it's kind of like the perfect highlighting color for my skin tone. So if you're one of those coconut or cappuccino type people and you need a highlighter, use the Kat Von D foundation or their concealers. The only reason I'm using the foundation is because I couldn't get samples of the concealers because of the applicator. It would just take too long. So I used the foundation. It's pretty much still the same consistency and the same formula. So really loving this. I've been using it for the past like 2 weeks or so. So I just blend it upwards. I don't put it automatically under my eye. I put it in like on my cheekbones and then blend it upwards in order to get less creasing. I'm gonna crease regardless, but there's no hurting in trying. So I'm just using the same brush in order to blend it out because with this method it helps me to get a natural blend where it doesn't look too bright, because sometimes if you use like a brand new brush it will look too bright, but because there's a little foundation on here it helps me to get more of a natural highlight. So I'm just doing my nose and my forehead, and as you guys can see I'm not swerving it, I'm just literally just patting it away, just blending it out, fanning it out. And this is how you get a flawless kind of airbrush finish, by just dusting it away. So I'm going to be using my Sephora lip gloss in the color Good Fairy on my lips because it goes with the theme. So just going to apply this really pretty iridescent lip gloss. And last but not least, I'm going to do my beauty marks because it is not complete unless I do that. I feel super left out. And that's it. Because this whole tutorial was just all over the place. But you know what? I'm gonna make it work because I realized that I was in the wrong setting for the lighting. My ass looked hella red throughout this video, so excuse that. This is how I really look. White fluorescent, all natural, something like that. But yeah, this is the look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I haven't been in front of this camera in a while. I haven't done a sit down makeup tutorial in a while, so excuse all the glitches, all the things that I missed out on saying, all of that. I am sorry, but you guys will see me in another video. I'm gonna do a everyday makeup look or probably a back to school makeup look. I know there's like thousands of them, so I'm probably not gonna do it. I don't know. Let me know what you guys want to see. But yeah, this is the look. I really love the way it came out. At first it was looking like Rugrats inspired, but then it turned into like looking like the Joker kind of look. And then after I jazzed it up with some color on the bottom, and I don't know if I got it in the video, so I'm going to talk about it now. I used the electric palette for this whole look. The only thing I used differently was the Anastasia single eyeshadow in moss, but you can find any like not lime green, but like olive green, or just use any green on the outer corner. It wasn't really necessary because you can hardly use it, or you can hardly even see it. On the bottom lash line, I used Jilted on the outer corner, then I used Fringe in the middle, and then I used Freak in the inner corner. And then I think that's about it. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and yeah, see you guys next time. Bye. Bun popping or not? Can you guys even see it? I don't know if you guys can see it.